Hey guys, welcome back to our Hat Workshop, and in today's video, we're going to be making an Apple Watch stand that looks like a Macintosh. So I drew the design out on a block of wood first. So here's the window on the front where the Apple Watch display can go through. And here's the slot where the thing itself sits in. So we're gonna go cut the basic shape out first. So it is now done, the basic shape. And it was pretty easy to do. Just use a saw, that is all you really need, but I also use a jigsaw and a Dremel to carve out the uneven bits that I sawed off. So now the next step, I'm just gonna cut this out, but then I'm just gonna cut the front line first so that I can carve the window out here and know how deep it should be. So let's go do that. So after a bit more sawing, I got this out, the cutout for the Apple Watch's screen, and I also got the Apple Watch's inset in. And when I knocked the piece of wood here out, it left a bit of dents in the wood, so I filled it up using some extra wooden dust of this wood block I had left over, and now it's pretty smooth. And I'll do that a few more layers to make it a bit taller as well, since the Apple Watch sits a bit too low in this window. So I'll be right back, and after that is done, we're gonna start tracing the charging outlet outline. So I finished putting the charging port in. So the MagSafe connector for the Apple Watch fits right in, and the cable comes out the side because if I go through the back, it will be too much work and too much hassle. So it comes straight out like a normal computer would look like this. And now it's basically almost finished. I'm just gonna add a bit more details to make it look like a computer, and then it's done. As you can see, it's drying right now because I accidentally cut a hole almost through this axle, and I just patched it up and with some other patch holes as well. So after we're done, we're gonna go to detailing. So now I'm done with detailing, and as you saw in the series of time-lapse, what I did was sanding and also engraving details. So this thing, if you haven't noticed already because I haven't told you yet, is supposed to resemble the Macintosh 128K, I think. And as you can see, I just added vents, ports, and the I/O so that it looks like it. And then I'm gonna detail it by outlining it in black later, but that's the next step. So I'm gonna coat this with a waterproof sealant so that it doesn't bleed, and then we'll almost be done, finally. Yes, so now we are done. I really like how my project turned out this time, and it looks great sitting around with my Apple Watch instead of putting it on the charger. Some things I really like are the details, and especially the back plate with all the details, the I/O and the name tag and other stuff. But this really looks good, and I think it almost resembles the Macintosh 128K, especially like the area around here, except for the chin right here, which is supposed to be inset in, and the carrying handle on top. It fits really well with my Apple Watch. Like the screen doesn't touch the wood, but it's just like a little bit of clearance, so it works. Some things I would improve right off the bat. This cable sticking out the side is kind of weird, but with the tools I have, putting it out the back would be too much effort, so I think putting it out the side is good enough, and for my skills too. So basically this is the end of our video, and if you really enjoyed it and liked this project or my other projects, please consider subscribing and liking, because it will really help me grow my channel, especially with how much percentage people subscribe to me right now while watching this video. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time at Hat Workshop.